Welcome back to Manufactio, and as you can see, my health isn't looking too good, and that is because, well, the things outside here, they have guns. Yes, so not only do you get guns, so do they, and occasionally when you do things like eating bread, you get blindness, which is wonderful. But ideally, I would like to not get shot by zombies while I actually work during the day. So I need to actually get rid of them somehow. Regardless, I think we're going to start another episode of this and see if there's a continued appetite for it. So if you do want to see more, put likes down below or indeed leave comments really talking about what you've been doing yourself. I've been getting lots and lots of wood in here, just multiple rows of saplings, and what that means I really don't have to bother with anything like a bone meal, and I need another piece of bread because it's just terrible. There we go, and that's going to come up. I really would like the sun to kind of kill these zombies, but I guess I'm not going to have that, so down they go. And I get leather and other bits and pieces. I'll probably make the leather into some kind of armor, at least once we get started, but I do need to watch out in case. Well, there you go. No. Yeah, as I was saying, they can be a little bit dangerous. So you may have to take care of them somehow, like that. So I don't have a huge amount of bullets, but they do occasionally drop those guns. And they're not very good by comparison. Let's just put this stuff away. You see there's a hand cannon here. It only has a clip size of 1. Or a magazine of 1, whatever you want to call it, depending on what it actually is. It's probably some kind of revolver. However, you can see this one has a clip size of 18. So the amount you get initially is pretty good. And of course, you would probably want to make pistol magazines. Let's just take a quick look at that. So pistol magazine, can I actually do that anytime soon? Magazine, presume it's going to need gunpowder of some kind. Pistol rounds, we need lead and gunpowder. Gunpowder we're going to get with the usual sort of mechanism. Coal, nitrate dust, yeah, other bits and pieces. How about stone bullets? Stone bullets are the thing basically the hand cannon takes. And that's cobblestone, which I also don't have access to, and also gunpowder, which I still don't have access to. So don't lose your pistol magazines and pistols. However, I got plenty of wood from these multiple rows of saplings all the way along, and I come back and I really wish or excavation or something like vein miner was in the pack. I may well actually add that because it's just one of those things that I would like to not have to dig my way through lots of wood every day just to keep everything running. Anyway, I've got one sort of thing here, one burner mine drill. I've also got a second one I created the last episode. It is out there. Okay, and that's been providing multiple stacks of iron. So I can just grab a stack of iron in here, dump it in here, and keep it filled up with iron planks, basically. And that's going to just provide iron for me to craft within here. So I started crafting the next thing, which is the laboratory. It needs other bits and pieces, but we're actually going to make things a little bit simpler on ourselves. I actually need a couple of things to get this going. So we want some conveyors. And yes, like Factorio, conveyor belts seem to do come in 2 different types at least. So this is going to be our basic version, and it just needs iron gears and a couple of iron ingots. So that should be really straightforward for us to actually do now. Someone did say, by the way, one of the commenters, thank you very much, you can use copper like that to save yourself a little bit of iron in this whole process. And I'm just going to put those down and we get 2 conveyor belts. I'm only going to need 2, that's fine. And if I remember rightly, it's something like this tiny item input, swap them around and you get tiny item output. And is that everything? Tiny energy input hatch. So just type tiny and that should be enough. So energy input hatch, there we go, is just a piece of machine casing and 4 redstone. So 1 more machine casing and 4 redstone. And that should be everything we need, I think. Yeah, everything's complete on this side, so I can claim this side. And it's a 3x3 multi-block structure. We can get the blueprint to do that, and 2 coal generators will power a laboratory for red research. So coal generators are already made. They're extremely simple to actually make. I don't, however, have any coal, so hopefully it will take from coal or charcoal. Well, charcoal would be fine because we can make that from wood. That's not a problem. And of course, I have a small orchard going. and RF per tick, and it is just a furnace surrounded with some iron and redstone. So nothing excessive there. And I have not got any wood. It hasn't already been processed into planks, but let's just take a look. Charcoal. There's nothing unusual there, is there? Nothing weird. So regular smelting. Yeah, it's just regular wood. Fine. No lack of oxygen requirements. I need some more bread. I do get some apples. Do we get any apple saplings? Apple oak saplings. Oh, with the Amadron. Amadron is that delivery service like Amazon, Amadron Prime, that brings you stuff via a little drone ship that comes along. That's not going to be anytime soon because we don't have any emeralds. But the other thing I did was I headed out. You can see just long lines of planks here, finding different kinds of ores. So far, I've found lead and tin and iron and redstone, but not a great deal else. In particular, I would really like a coal chunk, and I don't think... I'm just wondering if I can actually search for coal here. Will it actually bring anything up? Will it show me coal if there's anything up there? Let's see. Coal... maybe. So, minus 104. And I'm in this chunk, so obviously I need to go straight south and then across one. That's the closest one it looks like. Not that much else I can do apart from there. So wherever this chunk is, yeah, I need to go across one, and it's going to be outside this door. So let's just open the door for a second. Should be no zombies. And you can see I've already started heading in that direction. So that should be straightforward. Let me just go and build that bridge while it's daytime, and then maybe we can build a platform out there. But I won't let you watch me just build platforms. Give me a second. And here we are, top right of the screen, 64,000 units of coal. That's definitely where I want to be before it goes dark. I want to build a small platform here, nothing excessive, just something that I can put a burner mining drill on. And we're going to set that up and hopefully create something that self-feeds at some point, although I may not have the ability to do that initially. We'll see on that front. 4 by 4 in this chunk. Let's just go up to 6. Why don't we 6 by 6 or something like that? Whoops. I'm not sure how I can place underneath one block from looking at the side, but hey, it does still seem to work, and it's going dark, so I've got to be a little bit quick. Also, you are going to want to put half slabs down. They do seem to prevent spawns, so just like any other void world, that will help us greatly. And I need to do this before it goes dark, so I'll see you in a minute. So hopefully that means I don't need the charcoal. Let's go, and hopefully no zombies out here. No, I did see a dragon flying around, which is a little bit worrying, given that I've got basically a Glock. Glocks and dragons don't seem like they should really interact too well. Regardless, out here we're going to be able to put down again yet another setup for a burner mining drill, but of course we're going to be getting coal from this. Now ideally I'd like that to be a little bit better than before, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to arrange this, but I am going to probably rearrange this at some point, so I'm not going to worry about it too much other than to put down a couple of chests. Obviously this is half slabs, so there is a slight gap, not much I can do about that. And then, or at least not for the moment, I guess I can put another half slab underneath. Yeah, that'll work. Whoops. That would work. Looks a little bit more in theme, although just got to double check. Yep, things could spawn on top of that, so I need to be a bit careful. Where was I? Yes, hoppers. So if I put down a hopper right there, and I can build the burner mining drill, presumably above all of this. I don't necessarily, presumably, need to actually build it anywhere else. So, can I build it, let's just put it like here? And more importantly, can I put the output side, which is what I'm really looking for here, can I put that output side to be straight into the hopper while this thing is still here? I just want to test that because it's going to be quite important if I can I shift right click? Yes, I can. So one thing I wanted to see was whether I can set 2 of these pointing at each other and to produce coal. Now to get started, I'm going to just dump in some, I don't know, wood and the iron drill head, and that should start making its way down into the chest, of course. So I'm just going to pick that back up again and make sure that there isn't any spawn spots, although right now that may well be needing to be amended at the top. Let's just go and build a few. Oh, I forgot this is half slabs, isn't it? Need to be a bit weird. Okay, and let's just put half slabs on top maybe, and hopefully that will do the job. Yeah. Looks a little bit odd, but should keep us nice and safe. There we go. And are you producing coal at all? You are producing coal. Good. So that's going to work fine. I can then put another one here and point it in, and it should maybe feed the other burning mine drill. Right now, I don't care about it very much. I just want to make sure it's fully stocked, which it is, and it's going to start producing coal for us, which we're going to be able to use elsewhere. So let's just go and grab 10 coal, and then we're going to put down our laboratory, which we're going to power with a couple of coal generators, but you know, we'll or really charcoal if we wanted to, but let's just get rid of that and see if I've got space inside here for this. I've moved some of my saplings so they don't regenerate this kind of area, and let's just pick up you. And then we need to go and take a look at the laboratory blueprint. So a laboratory. Tori. Okay. Machine blueprint, advanced laboratory, just regular laboratory. And upgrades, yeah, we can't do that yet. So we've got all the stuff we should need, hopefully. And then we need to just basically check on each level. Is that going to be the bottom level? Yep, so 4 blocks of iron, an output, an input, and some machine casings. Some of that should be straightforward. So let's just get that down. And maybe we put it, I don't know, sort of around here. Okay, like that. And let's just put the input and output. Where do I actually want to put those? Don't really care for the moment. Let's just put them down. Can always reform it later. There we go. This is modular machinery. If you haven't used this before, it's kind of cool. And then the next level up, of course, we can take a look. This is the energy input hatch. It's going to be at the back over here. And then we've got some machine casing and iron bars. So that, again, will be quite simple. So machine casing, machine casing, machine casing. The energy input hatch at the back. And some iron bars. Iron bars are not just iron ingots, by the way. They do take one more processing step, but it's just like 3 iron ingots in a line to make one thing, and you have to combine 6 of those things. So it's like 18 for 12 iron bars, regardless. So yeah, something you need to consider. And the top level is a block of iron and iron bars all the way around it. And at some point, we're probably going to need to choose a side, yeah, for the machine controller. They tend to look like, there we go, machine controller. It tends to look like machine casings from the top, but that's not the case at all. So I'm just going to break that one block, put the controller down. Okay, and we've got everything we needed there. And then what was it for the top level? Yeah, it's just iron bars and a block in the middle. So iron bars it is. And we can put the block in. And I think they just automatically form. I don't think we need like the immersive engineering sort of hammers to form. Yeah, structure's probably not right yet. How about now? Okay, there we go. It's turned silver, which is good. Missing input item and blueprint part found none. Fine, fine, fine. And then at the back, we'd probably need to connect some kind of energy connecting thing here. I'm not sure what if modular machinery has its own sort of conduit system or not, so we will have to have a look at that. However, into here now, we should have unlocked a whole bunch of other stuff. Yes, so we can head down in steel processing. That needs red research. Wonderful. Basic logistics. We've already built the conveyor belt, so if we build one inserter, we will get more conveyor belt and more inserters. Not too concerned about that right now. Powering up 2 coal generators. Yep, made those. Burning solid fuel is the only way to start generating power. Only generates 40 RF per tick and always burns coal, even if the generator's internal storage is full. That's annoying, but I guess it's early game. Connect 2 of these generators to the laboratory using LV wires. Yes, connectors and relays. Okay, so from memory, you can connect LV wires to each other, but if you want to connect more than 2 together, you have to use a relay in between them. So let's just double test. I think I got that set up outside, but we can quickly build some. So LV, just type that in, and you'll get a whole bunch of different things we can make. You can see it's just hardened stone and some copper. So there is some LV wire connectors. We can probably make some relays as well. Yep, copper and hardened stone. And then we just want the LV wire coil, and that is made like this. Oh, I need a stick. I need a couple of sticks. Why that sounded like a saw when I did it in my inventory, I'm not going to be too concerned with. So there's 4. And then we're just going to hook up our generators at the back here and hopefully get everything connected. So these do tend to look quite nice in the world, but yeah, depends whether you like this sort of thing. Coal generator, coal generator. A couple of LV wire connectors, one there. And maybe this will connect. I'm never quite sure when you have them like this. It may well need a difference. Whoops, that's the connector. I need the LV wire coil. Right click, right click. Right click, right click. Nope, can't attach that wire. Okay. How am I going to connect 2 to one of these things? That's somewhat annoying. I'm going to need a relay in between. Okay, it's fine. So 1 relay here. Can I just break that and break this? Okay, and then can I put connectors in the same block space? That'd be kind of cool. Where are my connectors? There they are. Will you go in the same block space? Guess not. Okay, so this is going to be a little odd, but no, I really didn't want that. No, it's basically saying it's objecting because they're too close. Fine, we'll just move them one further apart. That will certainly work. I was trying to make these things compact. How can we make them more compact than that? I guess I can put them up here and then bring them down. Let's give that a try. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, and how about if I connect those up? Will you work now? You to you, you to you, and you to you. Yeah, that works. Quite nice as well. And of course, we've got 10 coals. I'm going to put a couple in there. It's going to start up immediately, and a couple in there as well. And is it going to consume power pretty much automatically? Can I get to it from this block? Yeah, it's got a buffer. Okay, good. So we are getting power. It is no longer powered purely by wood. We now have electric power of some kind, producing 40 RF per tick, as long as we have more and more coal, of course, which is out there right now generating for us. So very happy in this pack that you don't have to go and mine anywhere. You can if you want to, I suppose, with an overworld base. But here you're going to set up just basically your burner mining drills and later probably electric ones out in the chunks that you need to, just like you would in the overworld, and you don't have to worry about mining, which is so good because then I can think about machinery and automation and all kinds of good stuff like that. Anyway, sun's about to go down, come up, one of the two. Go down, I think, maybe. I can't tell. My icon is weird. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a second after I've got a couple more things sorted. We want to head down further into the research tree, ideally. Biogenerator will be interesting, but we can't really automate that just yet. Basic automation is where I'm probably going to want to go along with steel processing, but I'll do a quick check through the other tabs first. Since we now have the laboratory, we may as well kick it over and get it started and going by making just a couple of, well, maybe 4 red science packs, and we'll see what we get out of them. So red science is, of course, this recipe, and we'll get 4 there. Consider I'm not really processing much copper at the moment. I think I may well just change the iron gear back to just iron. I've got a stack of copper, I suppose. And I'll just basically put it in here. And we'll just convert this over to oak planks, I think. I shouldn't need the charcoal now. I'm going to say that having found out I'm going to need charcoal very shortly. You know, it's one of those almost foregone conclusion things whenever I build something. Regardless, we can just basically double check. Yeah, there we go. So everything is nice. We've got our... There we go. We've got an item input, and I want probably a chest on my item output if it'll just go automatically into a chest. Sometimes things do, sometimes things don't. So just in case on the input, this is going to be a small input, so it'll only take 1 item. Oh, no, it takes stacks. That's fine. Processing. It's processing pretty quickly. But this is how we're going to get, just like in Factorio, basically. You pipe them into your red science packs in, or we'll need red and green into an input later, but that's more advanced. And you should get stuff coming out. It says should. Yeah, it doesn't automatically pull out. Fine, so we'll go on and grab that every so often, and it is 1-to-1, it looks like. So that does mean we're going to need a huge amount of iron and copper, but that's not something we need to deal with just yet. I can obviously just make a few manually. What we're going to need to get some of the other things down here. Steel, I'm going to need 25 red research. I think I've got 5 in a box somewhere. Yes, 5. Okay, so we're going to need 20 more if we go for that. Advanced steel is needed for our industry. It's smelted in an improved blast furnace. It can also smelt normal ores faster than the stone furnace. Improves the improved blast furnace, blah, 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 blah. Yep, that's fine. And then the other one is basic automation. So this basically lets you build stuff that only needs 2 ingredients. So remember that the red science pack only needs 2 ingredients. It needs iron gears and copper ingots. So that's probably going to be the way we're going to actually automate making of red science packs, which will then get us other things going. So, yep, I've got a bit more stuff to do, and I'll bring you back once I've got there. So outside, in my sort of obvious improvements thing, I just rather rework the factory blocks here. I've got some relays, and we already have a capacitor out here with some nice, generous, potentially solar energy that I don't need to keep feeding with coal. So I'd like to transport that inside the little base rather than anywhere else. So I'm just going to put down a capacitor on the corner here. Just rebuilt this so that I have line of sight. And then I can just click from here to here, and I should be able to click from there into the connector, which is connected to the capacitor, and hopefully it will not fry me off this thing. So that should be everything I need there. That's that done, and you can see, yeah, I've built this extra corner block out, and then maybe we'll even be able to get connected to that. In fact, why don't we just give that a try? Can I actually get this to create a floodlight now, or without problems? So I just put down some wood blocks here. Can I just connect onto it? Why does that do that? Is that electricity that's causing it? Possible. But hey, let's give it a go. So not a relay, I want a connector. And can I connect from there to there? I should be able to. And if that's valid, I should get light out of it. But if not, hey, no big deal. We'll figure it out one way or another. There we go. So we should have power to the inside now. And still no floodlight. So on the inside, we're just going to then connect up to our machine, hopefully, and everything will work, presumably without coal, or the need for coal. He's got the relay right there, and the machine connection is here, so I'm probably going to need another block on here just to make sure that I can get the connectivity down. Let's just get a block on top like that. Yeah, that seems to be fine. And then another relay. That. And I'm probably going to need one more wire coil. But if I break these, this might be enough. Let's just break that one. Get these back. Okay, and let's see if this will then... Well, I don't even need that anymore. Hopefully, anyway. Let's see if this will connect without blowing things up. Okay, and more importantly, is that actually powered? Well, the buffer's on. It seems to be fine. We'll actually see whether that's actually the case. I just need to make a couple more red science packs, and we'll see whether that buffer goes down at all. So red science packs are going to be just some iron gears. I'm going to use the iron one, just gotta have it exclusively. So let me just get 4 of them. 5, 6 maybe. And then make the rest. 6. Okay, let's pop them in. And that's processing. See what the power's doing at the back. That's fine. Okay, so we don't need coal generators. We have a couple, just in case we want to power something else. But yeah, we don't actually explicitly need them from this point forwards. From this point forwards, we can start accumulating red science and convert that into research points to spend on whatever we like. I did already go out there and we got a couple of stacks of coal already, and I put the third stack back into the machine, and that is going to wherever it is. That's iron over there. I need to go and collect that. Let's go and see how much iron we've got, because what I want to do is just feed it with coal, which should last a lot longer than planks, and you know, means I don't need to come out here all that often to go and pick up stuff. And later, of course, we'll just pipe it straight back to wherever we want to. We have well, 3 or 4 stacks. Okay, and let's dump the coal in there. And I think I've only got maybe a couple more stacks to go on the chunk that's in there more than anything else. What is that? Is that just one of those? Let's get closer. That doesn't look quite... Oh, that's going to be pollution. Interesting. Yeah, you can see it rising up there. Oh, that's probably not going to be too good, is it? Yeah. Maybe we need to figure out some way of making dirt and plant some trees out there. We can obviously move the dirt from inside the base, but I'd rather not do that if possible. Biofuel is the only normal way to make dirt, it seems. Oh, sorry, biofuel. Yeah, biofuel, which is mechanism, which can be used for lots of other purposes. That's going to come out of a biogenerator, and biogenerator, I think, is one of the quests that you get given. Just throw all this iron that we're gonna get huge amounts of iron. Just to be clear, you're gonna need a lot of storage for this kind of thing. A few trees. We shouldn't need wood a lot much often anymore, because some of these chunks out there also have hardened stone in them. So you should be able to get platforms out of hardened stone, and maybe just half slabs for the top should do fine. So yeah, very happy with that. Where was I? What was I talking about? Biogenerators. Yes. So in here somewhere. Biogenerator, that's the next quest. We need to make a biogenerator itself, which comes from mechanism, of course, so we can power that up using the same solar power output if we wanted to, and get it to produce biofuel from leaves, which we can make from shears, or we can make this this large biogenerator. It's going to be like a modular machine, isn't it? Yeah. Generates 140 hours per tick, and the biofuel can all be turned into fertilizer and dirt. Good. So, pretty good, useful. I would like some way of actually automating said... is that also pollution? That is going to be pollution on the inside of here, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to keep that running too long. It's not running anymore. Let's just see how much is left in this chunk. Nothing. Okay, so that's going away. Okay. I no longer need you. Pollution can build up outside of here and not on the inside of here. Thank you very much. I'd rather not need some kind of breathing apparatus right now. So that's how industrial area is migrated outside. And just to finish up with the quest on this left-hand side here, just like in Factorio, conveyor belts and inserters are going to both be required to make green science packs. So you're going to have to make them anyway, even if you find other ways of actually using inserting and pulling stuff out of machines. So we need to make an inserter, which shouldn't be too much hard work. Needs one of these. I did make one earlier for the modular machinery, but it's relatively straightforward. It's copper wire, it's redstone and some iron, and I don't have any copper wire. Let me just make some of that. It's just copper, so obviously. There we go. Make one of those, and that lets me make one of those. Yep. Which let me just make a iron gear, and then we're done, I think. Yep, there we go, 1 inserter. That's that done, and we get 8 conveyor belts and another inserter out of this. So that's that done as well. And that leads into going to other stuff. So we're going to want to get to basic automation and biogenerator and steel processing next episode. The machine over here, the laboratory, should be providing us with enough research. Red research, there we go. I can probably already take one of those things now. I've got 15 here, so that's 25. What have we got available? We've got 10 here for basic assembler. And we've got steel processing, which is 25. I'm actually just going to go for this. I'm just going to go for steel. That's complete. Press claim, and that should run a command script, should enable more stuff for me. We unlock stage P001, which is steel processing. So we've got to look forward to that as well. And presumably we're going to be able to do a lot with steel ingots. Why don't we just take a look at steel ingots is there anything in steel ingots that we really want to do initially? Well, first of all, convert them to thermal foundation. That's the most important one. Ooh, we can't make that yet, but I know that's a water wheel, so more power. Thermoelectric generator. So I don't have a renewable source of lava yet, so I'm not sure a thermoelectric generator is going to be that useful. And we've got 13 pages of stuff. I may need to look through these. Heavy engineering blocks will make some of the immersive engineering machines, which is quite useful for us. A jetpack, a scuba tank, what looks like an assault rifle, which I can't tell what it is yet. It's almost like Return to Escape from Tarkov, where you know that's an assault rifle or a carbine, but it's unfamiliar until you look at it. Yes, anyway, so moving on, a lot of this other unfamiliar stuff. But more importantly, I think, is the industry. Metal presses, crushers, etc. will all likely need steel to make, I would have thought. Metal press we'll come on to later, but it's one of the early automation stuff to make things cheaper. Even if you could make steel ingots straight into steel plate, normally, even if you can do that manually, it's normally more expensive until you have a metal press. So there's plenty of stuff to actually to be getting on with. Okay, so we are into the coal age. Next episode, we're going to get to the other sort of research topics. Probably build ourselves some kind of steel processing. The blast furnace is going to be in here somewhere. Projector, I'll find it in the next episode anyway. I'm running out of time. So for now, let me know if you want to see more of this. Put a like, comments down below. Tomorrow, as normal, we'll be back to something like the X Universe games. And then maybe a couple of days later, we'll come back to this and see what it's like. All right. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to subscribe, share if you would, but also, more importantly, just really leave comments for each other. Make sure that you are feeling great about the game and you can give other people assistance. As always, guys, thanks for watching.